Hello everybody, welcome to our Palworld Survival Guide. We're talking about a kind of like a random NPC encounter that you can find out in the world, and that is Newbie Pal Tamers. We have one right here who's kind of wandering around with a gun, which is interesting. So who are these guys? These guys are basically like kind of like NPCs that you can encounter while you're out exploring the land. They basically, when you talk to them, they basically challenge you to a pal fight with the obvious goal of trying to defeat you, and you're trying to prove your own worth and all that. So you know you can potentially encounter them. Now, where you find them, they kind of spawn in the same locations that you can sometimes find like wandering merchants or like the burly mercenaries, stuff like that. Basically, so they're kind of like any place out in the world, but they tend to spawn in those kind of same locations. So if you know like of an area where wandering merchants or mercenaries tend to spawn, there's a good chance that you're going to encounter a Pal Tamer there too. Now we're going to go ahead basically and get this guy going, so you can kind of see what the encounters are like if you haven't encountered these guys out there just yet. So he says, "Oh, now that's a sight. You're a Pal Tamer too, aren't you?" And we can say, "Sure." But he says, "My goal is to become the strongest Pal Tamer. Care to test your skills in a duel? Following the island customs, it would be a fight to the death." So basically, what's going to happen is that he's going to throw out a pal. I'll throw out a pal. Whoever obviously defeats the pal, but you're gonna also have to take care of him, and that's either yourself or you can let your pal do it if if your pal's still around. So we'll say sure, we'll go ahead and do that, and he just says that means we'll both be putting our lives on the line. Well, wanna fight? And we'll say yeah, sure, go for it. He says, glad you said that. Let's make it a great battle. Alright, so he has thrown his out. Well, I'll just throw out my Incineram. You can tell that he's focusing on me. He's trying to go after me here. Alright, so that is his Bristla out. So he's just going to take care of him for me. And boom, that's it. Unfortunately, the guy he did not have a chance. So rewards here, we get some wheat seeds and lettuce seeds. So basically whatever the pal drops, that's what we get. Now, I don't know if you can capture him. I'm assuming you probably can. I haven't tried it myself. Might try to maybe do that in the next one just to see kind of what happens. But otherwise, you just basically, in terms of rewards, you get whatever their pal drops. But also, it's not a bad way to kind of test to see how you're doing. Like, obviously, for that particular guy, I was definitely overpowered. But it's kind of like a fun little thing out there just to be like, hey, it feels a little bit more Pokemon, right? You're randomly encountering random people for battles, but these are obviously to the death, so but yeah, let me know what you guys think about these encounters. If you have captured one of these guys, let me know, because I'm very curious about that, and what function they have in your base. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, keep surviving and keep thriving.